We'll work through making changes to Down Home Heating and Air's website. Here's what the front of your website looks like, and we will work through making changes to the backside. First step is to log in. You'll go to your URL/WP admin. And here you will log in with the credentials you were given. And then this is what the back of your site looks like. This video will work through making changes to what of these categories apply to your site. And the first step is if you're noticing something going on with your site, maybe something's not working, like maybe your Facebook feed isn't popping up or whatever it may be, you can go to this updates on the side. And then there are actually two updates here that we could make right now, which I'm not going to because that will take too much time. But we at Megaphone have a process that makes all these updates for you throughout the week. So usually you won't see anything here. These will probably be made by the time you look at this just with our processes. But all you would need to do to troubleshoot, be select all update plugins and then see if that solves any problems that you may be having. If that doesn't work, then let us know, and we will happily fix that up for you. Next, I don't believe you have a blog, but if you were to have a blog, you would post it here with the add new post. Next up will be adding media. So if you had any photos to your gallery or anything else you'd like to add, you go to add new. And it's very simple. You drop your files or select them from your computer here. You can do PDF files if you need like agreement forms or something along those lines. You can upload those here and then use a link from that point forward. Next, your forms. You guys have a contact us form. It's the first thing you see on your site. And here's what that looks like. Name, email, phone, tell us how we can help. And if you needed to create a new form or add anything new, you just do an a new form, but to make changes, we'll just show you how to make changes on this one. Say you wanted their contact information, so you want to add their address as well. So that's here at the bottom. You can make changes to what is shown. So, I mean, I don't think you'd want like address line 2 or country, because we're assuming they're probably in the States. And then you can update that here. I'm going to delete it so that we don't accidentally have an address on the bottom. But that's a pretty simple way. There's all sorts of different fields here for you to use. Numbers, paragraphs, which is what this would be. Check boxes if it's like how'd you hear about us, friend, someone, Facebook, whatever, if you wanted something along those lines, and then all of these as well. Any changes you make to any page or form, you will need to find the update button, otherwise no change will be made. And if you leave, like I'm going to leave without updating it, hopefully it'll demonstrate what I want it to, and that will remind you that you need to save it. That didn't, I guess because I didn't actually make a change because I deleted the address form, but it would have prompted you to make a change. Here are the pages on your website. Your home, service agreements, work, financing, and form submitted. Your home page is the main one that we saw. And here are the different sections on your website. So here's your contact form at the very beginning. And then about us, so if you want to make any of these changes, this works a lot like Microsoft Word or Google Docs, whatever word processing you're used to. You can bold, italicize, make bullet lists, however you want that to look, change the text color, etc. Here is a specials side, and so this is from February, so when you want to update this, just quickly change that to however you want it to be, and then again remember to go here to update. I'm not going to update that because I don't want to make that change, but that's how you would do it. This is your service agreement section, and so this link here is linking to your service agreements page, and same with our work and financing. And then this is your red advertisement there, or specialty there. So this will show you how to save it whenever I leave the page without clicking this. So if I go back to all pages, it's not, maybe it just doesn't want you to save it. Let's go back and make sure it didn't change anything. Yeah, no. So no changes are made. So just ensure that if you want to do anything, just update it here. Your other pages are all here. So here's what your Our Works looks like. So you don't have anything on here yet. This would be where you could create a gallery to upload photos and then have that linked here by this Add FooGallery. So I'll show you FooGallery here. No galleries found, so whenever you're ready to demonstrate the work you've done, add your photos, you add a gallery. We'll title it Our Work. And then you just go here to Add Media, and this is where all of your work, you would have uploaded it, or you can upload this point to your media, and then add it in directly into your gallery. So we'll just choose these two, or that one for now. And so that just goes there, and then we can see it. I wanted to see the draft, not save the draft. I'm going to move this to trash, and then here we'll do, but first here's the gallery preview. That's all it's going to look like, and it'll go big into that. So I'm going to move this to trash, but before that, so if you were to add this to your Our Works page, this is the little short code you'll use. So you just click on it, it copies it to clipboard, and then you can publish this and then go back to your pages. Move that to trash. Go back to your pages, Our Work, and then you would paste that here. So this doesn't have a photo now because I deleted it, but that's how you just simply paste it into here, and then your gallery would pop up right there. Next up, we will go through, we've already gone through plugins. Let's look at the appearance. So this is your header and your footer on your website. Let's look at, so this part, this header here with your logo and your menu options there, and this is also part of your header and footer, these two links there. See, those are right here. Header right, down home heating, and this photo is a link so that anytime you're on any other part of your page, it links back to the home page. And the difference with headers and footers is when you make a change inside each individual section, so like this section or this section, you'll need to update here. You'll need to save your changes individually. There won't be a major save at the bottom. So this is your menu, and again, if you made any changes to that, you'd save it there. And your footer, which looks like this, is also down here. Google Maps and the contact form again. Pretty simple. That way, that just keeps your contact information on this page, or on this part of the page, on no matter where you are. So Our Work, there it is. Service agreements, there it is. Menus, if you were to add any menus to your website, like menu options, you go to your header menu because that's the one that's in your header, And then this is what you have here. So say you added a new page, that would be here. Let's say you had a, I don't know, like maybe more about red page, and we'll just say that this is service agreements. Add it to menu, and then you can move this around. You just drag it in, and it'll be a drop down item. You can drag it up and then back over. It'll be just above our work. You just play around with that if you wanted it to look any different. Most people don't, but if you had any major changes, you could do that. And then after that, again, hit Save Menu to make sure all of your changes are saved how they should be. Here's your users. Currently, this is your down home admin. I'll add a new user, which will show you how to change your password on down home. And this is also if you needed to add anyone else and you wanted them to have a different login. You could call it a guest, and then I'm not going to fill all that out because it's not that important. Role, if you want them to make changes, be able to update your site, they have to be an admin. And then here, to change a password, so WordPress will automatically generate this ridiculous safe password. If you wanted to make any changes, make sure it's a strong password, but you just simply type it in, and then whenever you're done adding the new user, you would go here and say add new user, and that's their password. So if you need to make one that's easier to remember than a crazy one that WordPress gave you, that's how you do it. You just go here, and it'll say like generate a new password. You just type in what you want, add user, make sure you remember it. We have Google Maps. See here. So this is where I've been trying to get the site to show you. Leave site. So I didn't save any changes, but I don't care because I don't want to save that person. I'll leave it anyways. But that'll kind of prompt you to remember to not lose your progress. So you have a map here, which isn't really in a specific location, but it's kind of demonstrating the area of which you are working. So here is your address, and then so you can add a new location if you wanted. But I don't want to do that. I want to go to Manage Maps. So here is the map that we're on now. It's using this address. And then if you wanted to make any changes to this, one thing you can do is change your marker image. So you could make it a, like there are hundreds of icons here you can choose from. You can do like this bowling pin, which would make sense, but you know what I mean? Like you can do this arrow or this, but I believe this is like the default one. So I mean, you could choose any of these. That's just a cool thing if you wanted to personalize anything. And then you would save your map again for that. I believe that works through most of the changes on your site. As you add content to your site, you might have more questions about how to change that content since it's not already on there. But to do that again, you'll just go like ask us for some help if you're not figuring it out. Since it's not already on your page, it might get a bit confusing, and we want to make sure it looks how it should look. FooGallery will probably be your biggest change when you start adding photos, but again, that should cover it for your down home site. Anything else you need, just let us know.